Oh yeah, we're a little bit after 11. Today is Friday, September 23rd, 2022. I'm John Lee. Here's Lloyd. There's Jim.
Lloyd. Yep. Jim Troy.
From St. Louis Real Estate Investors Association. So I don't know. You want to start us off, Lloyd?
Yeah, we can start us off. Hope everybody enjoyed our meeting on Tuesday. Had the board members, or some of the board members, and the nominees for new offices for next year, 2023. I think it was a pretty good discussion. We had some follow-up people visiting our website afterwards. I think Debbie, one of them, said she wanted to connect with some more of these folks. I invited her to come on today, and
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is a good way to connect with folks. So glad to have you with us today, Debbie.
Yeah, thank you, Lloyd.
And we got more programs. Got a couple things in the barrel working on for October, November meetings. Got 2 more meetings for this year. So we'll have some announcements out on that in the next week or 2. So, and then I guess Kathy Davis is coming back on. Let's see, she's got a couple weeks. Yeah, in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, on the 7th of October, she would give us an update on the court systems, how they're coming along. Seems like they're pretty much back to normal, but I think it was St. Louis City that has still one judge that it was liking to do things virtually. It was giving her some issues. No, it's just our regular haves and wants Friday at 11 o'clock. If you have anything real estate related, you're looking to buy something, you got something to sell. You got some investors here that are probably in their acquisition phases, like Debbie. He has something. Some old timers we had. Yeah, a few weeks ago we had one of our longtime investors was looking to unload a couple of his rental houses.
Okay.
He was on here, and we got a big thing. And also we usually have a wholesaler or 2, and if they got something under contract, they're a good source for properties for getting started. So you don't have to go through beating every bush to find.
Right.
They beat a lot of bushes already. And the ones that come to the surface, they're just looking to be the middleman to hand it off. And
Sure.
on asking too exorbitant of a fee, I'm willing to pay for it because I don't have the system set up that they do to find all the deals. And that's why I gave credit to was it Marlon Clark was at the meeting on Tuesday. He was the last wholesaler that I bought a deal from. I'm always I'm on a lot of lists of wholesalers, but he was the last one that actually he hit me at a good time. I was doing a 1031 exchange. I'd already sold my property, had the funds sitting in at the title company, ready for me to pull the trigger on something. And he just kind of hit me at the right time with the right property, and worked out well for both of us. So.
Okay.
So anyway, also services, whether real estate related services, you're looking for a contractor, you have a good contract you'd like to recommend. We always looking for recommendations for electricians, plumbers. There's always something going on, and if you got a rental portfolio, you always got something going on, needing some kind of services. So, who's going to start us out here today? Let's see, we got Alex. He's another board member on here now. Bruce was a former board member, good contributor to this forum. Anybody got anything to kick us off here today? Melanie, yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself. What do you got?
Hi, I'm Melanie Palermo, and I do a few different things in the real estate arena. I'm a private / hard money lender broker, so I can connect you with a company or someone who can lend you for rehab, for buy and hold, for refi, or cash out. So let me know if you're interested in that. And then also I have a property I'm wholesaling That's in Fenton, and it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, and it's priced at $99,000 right now, if anyone's looking.
Okay, you want to put your contact information in the chat and maybe say it verbally too, so people that are watch this afterwards on our website, because we do record these and post them.
Sure. You can contact me at, well, I guess Melanie Palermo, and I'll spell it out. It's MELANIEPALERMO and the number 1 at gmail.com. Or my phone number is 636-355-8863. And I will also put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very good.
Hi, Melanie. This is Jean. I've been in
Hi.
touch with you recently.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. It's
Good.
nice to put the face to the name.
Exactly.
Okay. So now we know where you can get some funds for a deal. Melanie could probably help us out with that. So, and she's got a deal too. So a wholesale property. So got a multi-service provider here for us, investors.
And I'm also a realtor.
I know, so a realtor too. Wow. Okay, you can handle it all. No, appreciate you coming on. Are your lenders mostly local, or do you have a wide variety of local and national?
They're all over.
All over. Okay. Okay. Good. So you don't have to limit ourselves to one county. And one of my lenders that I work with in St. Charles County here only deals in St. Charles County. So good to know. Okay. Anybody else got anything? If anybody's got any recommendations for a contractor that specifically does kitchens and baths, I'm meeting with a kitchen designer. We're redoing one at our house. When I do my rentals, I do my own kitchen design. I purchase the cabinets, have them sitting in the garage, and then I get a contractor or do it myself sometimes to install them. But I want to get this job done a little quicker, so I'm going to be hiring out some work to do in my own home. I don't think my wife wants to be without a kitchen for 6 weeks like it usually takes me to get a kitchen done in one of my vacant rentals.
Who are you using?
Well, I'm not using anybody yet.
Oh,
I'm looking for
oh,
I've got some interviews. I'm interviewing I had one, we got an estimate from Lowe's from some of their cabinets, and to lock in the price, they had a big deal going with 40% off back in earlier in September. And to lock in the deal, I just had to pay $75 to have their contractor come out, and they locked me in the price until the contractor gets back. So that gave me some time. That contractor came yesterday. We're interviewing we got a kitchen designer looking at the design that I came up with this afternoon. And then I got a couple other contractors, one that did our neighbors. I got contact information from him. So, but there are a lot of those guys are backed up for months and months. And even like now we were out talking with Signature Kitchens, who we're meeting with today. If we have them do the install, their installers are booking 8 months out right now. And I thought it was bad that it's taking anywhere from 8 to 16 weeks just to get the cabinets made, depending on which supplier or which manufacturer you go with.
you said Signature?
Yeah, Signature Kitchens that I'm meeting with today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 8 months out. If you have them do now, yeah, they can get cabinets in. I think they said 8 to 10 weeks, I believe Signature was. The cabinets we're looking at, but they have other lines of cabinets. And the ones I put in my rentals, I can get them in 2 weeks because they got them in a local warehouse, and they put the fronts on them, and they can drop them in my garage in 2 weeks. or sooner?
We've used Signature.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah,
Have
they're
you-
pretty good.
Have you used it for an install too?
For design and an install, but it's been a long time ago.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, they've been around a long time.
Yeah.
Like one of the cabinets that they carry, the Marilite brand that we're looking at, the same brand of cabinets my wife put in I put in our first house 40 years ago. So that company's a good company, had been around a long while. So it's one of the that the Signature deals with. But anybody done a kitchen or bath remodel lately, then would recommend a contractor that's worked for him. One of the contractors I'm trying to line up right now is somebody who helped me with a small bath remodeling last fall. And I was very impressed with him. I was impressed with his trailer. He had a big, general contractor's trailer, had a little bit of everything. It had all his tools organized in there and cubby holes. And yeah, this is a guy that can do everything. So
Yeah, that's cool.
he could do more than just my bathroom. So I called him back. Hey, let's ask him if he was available. And he said, well, I'm working a couple months out. I said, that's no problem. If it takes me 16 weeks to get the cabinets and I haven't even ordered them yet, working a couple months out, scheduling a couple months out is no problem. So this probably won't be done until after Christmas. I'm hoping to get it done by spring 2023, hopefully 2023, hopefully. All right. Now, anybody else got anything? How are things going with our property managers? Hey, see, we got Stacy and Dave Soto from Soto Property Solutions with us today.
Hey, nothing really new on our end.
Nothing going on here? Okay.
No, not a lot.
We just got back from the Realtor Business Conference in Chesterfield, spent a couple days there and learned a lot. So Jeannie and Melanie, if you guys haven't gone, you guys need to go. Those conferences are great. A lot. This is Stacy's first time, and Stacy can speak for herself, but I think she got a lot out of it.
I did. I learned it was a little overwhelming, but I plan on going back to more. But it was very helpful and informative and a great networking tool or event.
One of the things we discussed in advocacy was apparently there's a something called, and forgive me for being unaware of it, but something called land bank. And jump in if you're familiar. But so we will support any legislation that comes in. We voted to support any legislation that comes in that allows land banks. And what a land bank does, it's pretty much a clearinghouse for some of those abandoned properties all around St. Louis, and it'll be anywhere around the state, but abandoned properties that would have tax liens, have unclean titles. They go to the land bank first, all that's taken care of, and then you can go in and purchase it. And as an investor or a buyer, you've got no liens, nothing, you've got a clear title. So that's something I had never heard of, believe it or not, in all these years in the business. But it's a way of helping get rid of these abandoned boarded properties, getting them on the market, available to sell. So a lot of times you'll see them, you'll go check on the tax sale, and taxes are higher than the property's worth, or the title has encumbrances on it. And this is supposed to be a way of cleaning that up.
Oh, great. I'm glad, since, like, as John pointed out, every county does it differently, and a lot of counties aren't very cooperative with wanting to get their fees and taxes and everything. That I'm glad somebody that they're taking on at the state. This is a statewide process.
Yeah, it's Missouri Realtors Advocacy. We have our lobbyists, and if anybody introduces a bill, that we're going to support it. And I believe there's a few organizations out of St. Louis. I think St. Louis Realtors is one of them. A part of the coalition trying to get a bill entered into, and I doubt it's going to happen this year, but at least start talking about it and getting it through the legislature.
Good. That might help clear up some of the those situations that exist in different counties, like St. Louis in particular, that we were just talking about earlier, that they just keep piling on the fees and taxes year after year, and once they get delinquent, there's just no way. That's why St. Louis County owns some of the worst properties in St. Louis County. They're the owners.
Yes. I think one of the nice things about being a realtor is the fact that I think our numbers are like 26,000 in the state. And so we have a pretty good voice in Jeff City. We have a really great lobbyist. We have an office there in Jeff City, and these types of things come up. As a matter of fact, we are the ones that identified an issue with titles that had, or not, encumbrances on covenants that had old language in it that was discriminatory, and although it could not be enforced, if now we passed a law, had a law passed that if you find something like that, it can be deleted from the covenants and restrictions. So we're very active in the state and what we're doing in Jeff City. So, and if anybody has any issues, we'll be happy to hear about it, take it to advocacy, and see if it's something that our lobbyists can move forward with at the state.
Okay, yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I know you. There's a lot of realtors around to be able to support a lobbyist.
There's a land bank in Kansas City, Missouri. Is that it?
Yeah, I believe that's what they're talking about, the land bank.
Okay, I've heard the term land bank referred to in the past with farm properties that I'm not sure how it's been used, but I guess I think it sounds like this is a different use of the term land bank.
So also I got to show you something. One of the things I told you, Stacy was there for the first time, and when she registered, I said, you need to go get on your badge, right? You get a badge like that, and you get ribbons on it, right? And so first timers, they get a ribbon that says first timers, and everybody's welcoming. And so I sent her over to get her badge, and she goes, "Oh, I brought one back for you. Let's see if you can see it."
Old timer, not a first time.
I didn't think that was really funny, but people got a kick out of it. So like I said, I know we normally turn these in at the end of the conference, throw them in, so they can reuse the plastic and all. I decided to keep this one. Thank you, Stacy.
Keep that. You
You're
graduate.
welcome. I got a laugh out of it.
Others did too.
All right. It shows you're not a newbie, for sure. Okay. Hey, thanks for that contribution. I know it sounds like the land bank is something similar to what the state used to do with abandoned cars. And I know in the city of St. Louis, they would abandon automobiles. They put a sticker on the windshield, sit there for a couple of weeks, and they'd come tow it to a lot. Sat on a lot, they'd notify the current owner that were registered, and if the current owner didn't come and pay their towing and late fees, then the state of Missouri would issue a new clear title on the automobile, and it could be resold. I know, because that's how I bought my first car for $38. So before I bought real estate, I used to buy automobiles. Started out when I was a teenager, and I graduated into houses and apartments later on.
If I can find it, I'll share the video with you. That gives an explanation of what it is. Again,
Okay.
There's a coalition of organizations that are putting this together, and St. Louis Realtors is one of them. So
Okay, yeah, that'd be something good. We can put a link to it on our website too. We need some fresh news on there. I was just looking at our website. We finally got our all the videos updated on our website. So if you've been looking for a past video, those are all on our meetings, and these Friday Zoom sessions and our monthly on location meetings at the Shriners. They're all on there now. But I was looking at the new, we had a little blog on our news on our front page that haven't had any new added there. We used to put things like that, headlines and links for stuff that was going on, activities going on during the height of the pandemic. We updated it regularly, but yeah, be some good news we post there. So yeah, you can send that to myself or John and we'll get it posted. Appreciate it. Okay, anybody else got anything? Today? Well, I don't have anything else in particular. Just glad everybody came on here today, and I think we had a good showing at the meeting. Thank everybody for coming on Tuesday to our live in person. Unless John has anything, like I said, I got to meet with a kitchen designer at 1 o'clock here, so I'm gonna grab some lunch beforehand. John, you got anything else? Any announcements?
I'd be curious to find out about your kitchen and what you come up with that, Lloyd, because that's always a challenge to have somebody work on it while you use it. You know,
Yeah.
we've gone through that ourselves before, and I like to have it where I have something else to use nowadays. But I'd be curious.
I gotta set up a temporary kitchen somewhere and get a little microwave oven and something. I'll take one of our extra bedrooms upstairs, I guess, and turn into.
Well, you got an RV you could probably pull up in your.
Well, I thought about that, just parking my RV in the driveway and then going out there for every meal.
It's not a bad idea.
It's a possibility, yeah, but then that limits where the contractor will park their trailers and trucks when they come every day too. Yeah, it still might be a possibility.
Or go on vacation while they're there.
Well, yeah, we talked to one of our neighbors just up on the corner. Sometime it was about last year during or it was almost 2 years ago now. But yeah, they did. They one of the weeks while they were out of a kitchen, they were out of town. In fact, I talked with somebody who just left for 2 weeks. They used Lowe's a couple years ago, and they just left for 2 weeks on a vacation. They came back and then they had she had her new kitchen. So
yep,
you're willing to trust them that well. That's one thing. I don't know. I worked with the contractors. I like to keep a closer eye on things. I guess I'm
they got those blink cameras, security things you can put in your house now too. Laura's mom passed away, and her and her brother got one for their place, and you can look at that thing 24 hours a day. You can just
That's
go
true.
right on your app and see what's going on. You can talk to people in there. Her brother's in Albuquerque, and we were there the other day. They're talking back and forth right on the system there. So
Okay,
they're not
that
very
is-
expensive these days.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got my-
What's it called? Simply Safe.
Simply Safe. Okay, yeah.
Simply Safe.
Okay.
You got to have Wi-Fi, and that's one of the things like with the blink cameras and stuff. But it sure works good. I'll tell you that. It's a real simple to set up and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got Wi-Fi, so I might get my son-in-law to help set it up though.
Yeah.
He's so good at that. He's a techie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a thought. Yeah, we're looking for an excuse to get our RV out and see some other parts of the country. So
Well, go look at some real estate and make it a business trip, and then that way you'll have your remodeling done when you get back, and you can write off your trip.
right off the trip too. Yeah, you got all the bases covered, especially with your lake lots. You can do that. You can go fishing and say,
Oh, everything I do is business.
on an abandoned lot.
We're looking at going to Florida for a couple weeks coming up here, and then also California. We were looking at driving. I'm not sure if what we're gonna do, but yeah, I'm already planning on doing some business, looking at some stuff, even wholesaling in Florida. That's not a place that I want to do anything right now because the prices are still crazy, even though they're dropping like rocks right now on both the coasts. Things are just really weird right now, but you can
Really?
still do wholesaling. There's still people buying stuff. So
Yeah.
People are still.
Yeah, I usually look at some properties when we're on about. Sometimes I've looked at a house. We visited some friends in Florida a couple years ago, and walked in their subdivision. Noticed, oh, this is an abandoned place. And I went on. I got back and checked the tax records. Oh, that's who the owner is. They just live in the next town over here. They weren't living in the property. So anyway, yeah, I always do a little bit of that. on a foreclosure database and for the state that I'm going to and seeing what's going on there.
Yep, people need to live everywhere. Yeah, or they
Mhm.
do live everywhere. So
Yeah.
there's always opportunity.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what people say the market is either. You can live. In fact, one of the things I learned early on years ago is the most expensive neighborhoods in the country. People say there's no deals there. Yes, there is, because within a 45-minute drive of almost every expensive neighborhood, they have to have workers. So there's always those opportunities within about 45 minutes of just about everywhere. And there's always non-wanters. There's people that have situations always.
yep, there are.
And there's people like us that like to help everybody else out and make money in the meantime.
Look for those opportunities that are being passed by. Yep,
Yep.
that's what we're doing.
Mhm.
Hey, Lord.
Hey, yes, Ann.
Yeah. If you really don't want to go far away, there's a nice campsite and out by Six Flags. You can go there and full hookup and just stay there for a week or two. If you don't want to travel far away.
I think I've been there. We went there with our kids one weekend and took them to actually we dropped it. We were with a group of other friends. We dropped our kids off with one of the adults that wanted to go to Six Flags, and the rest of us went to what's the Shaw? Well, it used to be Shaw's Arboretum, the Missouri Botanical Gardens site out there at Lee Summit. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've been to that campground.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So if you just don't want to go far away.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Thank you. And Ann knows that because she's another RVer in the crowd here. So
Right.
You guys need to make a storage unit for yours, and then you can rent them out to other people.
That's
That's a huge business.
yeah. If I ever get mine built, Ann's going to be my first client. I've already promised her the first unit for her.
I noticed that place we were going by on 55 again the other day, and they're expanding. And every time I drive by there, I think of you guys, $500 or $600 per unit out there, and they're putting probably another 150 units in there right now as we speak.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And
Oh,
unbelievable.
really?
Yes, unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's well, I would attribute, especially during the pandemic, the RV sales have skyrocketed.
Mhm.
And so there's more people that own them now. And then that got that kind of, especially on the high end ones, you get that much money invested in a motorhome. You don't want to let it sitting out on an empty lot. You spent that much on purchasing it. You want to get it under shelter. And
Right. Yeah.
yeah, because the place they've expanded twice now. They originally started out with one row of I think about 20 units, and now they've completely filled up the entire lot, as many as they can get under. I think I got about 54 to 60 units right now. And they like, who knows, they're probably scouting out another location.
And how much those rent for? There's several hundred.
They're going, I got the cheapest one right now is $500.
Wow.
It just went up. It was $450 and one was $500. And they were, when they built the latest building here, they were charging $650 for newer ones that didn't have any more space. They were a little bit longer, but they were narrower. They're kind of optimizing to get the big Class A motorhomes in.
Wow.
That just enough space to get a Class A motorhome in and lock it up.
That sounds like better than a multifamily, because they're not going to call you when the sink stops up.
That's right. There's no, yeah, they are. Yeah. There's no sink. There's no. Nothing, and all the electricity is one switch with the light, string of lights on the ceiling. Yeah, that's what caught my eye years ago about these storage units. When I helped my father-in-law between a move, he went to he had some of his stuff in a storage unit before they moved, and I was helping him move things. And I went over there and I saw, how much are you paying for this place? And it was like $200. He had a good size. It was like the size of a one-car garage.
Wow.
A little larger than a one-car garage, maybe. He was paying $200, and all he had was a light switch and one light bulb in the ceiling.
Wow.
Man, at that time I was renting one-bedroom apartments for a little over $200. And I said, I'm in the wrong business. I was dealing with toilets and tenants and all the other the stuff that goes along with that. So
Right.
I recognized that some time ago. I just haven't been able to get into it yet. But
Wow.
yeah, you are there with a lot of storage.
In some St. Louis neighborhoods, one thing.
That there's a lot of vacancy. There's always turnover and vacancy on the standard storage units, which kind of detracts from it. You gotta, because I think they figured you gotta figure about 80% the occupancy. But with these RVs, you got long-term people in there, and when they get a vacancy, in fact, I was waiting for mine. I was waiting to get a vacancy when I finally saw them advertised in one of the smaller units for sale. I jumped in and got it as soon as I could, because they didn't have those, didn't open up very often.
I would think the abandon rate's a lot less too than storage units.
Oh, yeah, they're not gonna let let their $400,000 Class A motorhome go for back storage.
Right.
Yeah, because they've got the right to, just like any other storage company. Yeah, they could claim the merchandise in there if you don't pay your fees. So
That
lot
sounds
better
like
off.
a business in itself worth exploring right there.
yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hey, Lloyd,
Yes, David.
I found the video, so I put the link to the video in the chat.
Okay. Oh, let me see if I am
Mhm.
good enough to copy and paste it.
It's about, I think it's 6 or 8 minutes long.
Okay. I don't know. You know how to do that, John? Can you copy?
It doesn't always work. What I do is usually just click onto it, and that's what I just did, and then I stopped it because that's what you might have heard. Just kick.
Oh, yeah, we heard something.
And
Okay.
I'll go get it from there. Yeah, Zoom works funny on different things. It doesn't always work perfectly. So
Okay, so you captured it already?
I clicked on it and it took me to the
Clicked on it.
website, and then I stopped it. So I've got the link. Yeah.
Okay, you got the link. Okay.
Yep.
Send that or send it to me. I'll get it. I'll get the webmaster to
Mhm.
put it on our website under the blog,
Mhm.
news blog. Okay.
Yep. Thank you, David.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, appreciate it.
Lloyd, what size RV storage unit would be best for you? What size?
Oh, for me, I just got a small Class C. I do
Yeah.
need a 12-foot high door, and I like to have a 12-foot wide door to get so I have to fold my mirrors in to get in. I could get in a 10-foot door, but it would be a little tight. So
Yeah.
right now, my unit has a 14-foot high door for getting the larger Class A motorhomes in.
So would you prefer like 50 feet long or longer
Oh,
than?
no, I only need, as far as length, mine's only 25 foot, so a 30-foot long one would be, if I was building a garage though, I'd probably make it, my current one is like 45 feet. Most of the Class A motorhomes in a 45-foot
Okay.
case. I think they're getting them longer these days, but yeah, mine's only 25 feet. I can get mine in there and get another trailer, or I've parked in my other car in there a time or two.
Is 15 feet wide? Is that wide enough?
Yeah, 15 of the space. If the door was, as long as the door is 12-foot wide, yeah, 15-foot wide is fine.
Yeah.
If you know someplace, yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't have to be an RV storage if you somebody's got a warehouse. I do. I look at warehouses too for potentially dividing up into RV storage units. So, yeah, if you find something, let me know.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, if nobody else has anything, appreciate y'all coming on today. And hope to see you next Friday. I should be back next Friday. And if not, we'll on next meeting in Tuesday in October, the third Tuesday in October. I always like to see everybody there too. So, all that's all for us. It's St. Louis Real Estate Investors here for this Friday. Thanks all for coming on.
Right.
Thanks for your contributions.
Have a good weekend.
Yep. Hey, you too, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Bye.
Well, thanks. Bye-bye.